Before now, the car is not moved, but now the car is trying to move. Why? Because before what we applied that is not exist, means not exist, means not enough to give motion to that body, because there is opposite force is always acting, but the opposite force is greater than to the applied force in the first situation. In the second situation, the applied force is greater than to the opposite force when it yeah. So the applied force is excess than to the opposite force. Means what happened? How much excess? By that, how much excess that force the car will try to move. The car will come to the motion from rest by getting how much excess force than to the opposite force by acting applied force. Means what we can say, net force or resultant force we can write as difference between, it is a what a difference between applied force and opposite force. Applied force and opposite force. How I see here, net force is equal, net force is acting on a body is equal, what we can make applied force minus opposite force. Opposite force. Imagine if applied force is recognized as F and opposite force is acting on a body that is small f, that we already consider frictional force. So if the both are equal, if the applied force and opposite force both are equal, what we can make to see here, F minus F, if the both are equal, the net force will be 0. The net force will be 0 because the body is at rest, the body not moving, because the applied force and the opposite force both are same. Okay, but this is not the correct way to write the difference. Not net force means total force is acting on a body. Net force means total force is acting on a body. What we can say, total force. Total force is acting on a body means what we can say, net force is equal what we can say here, applied force plus opposite force. Applied force plus opposite force. By that what happened? Applied force is a capital F plus opposite force. It is opposite force means it requires opposite sign minus F. By that what you are getting minus F. So applied force minus opposite force. Net force means what? Sum of all forces are acting on a body. Based on their directions, we must recognize such a type. Understand? By that, how much resultant the body try to move. That body will try to move. Understand? See then, how to calculate net force on different bodies? How to calculate net force on different bodies? Let's calculate net force on different bodies. How to calculate? See once. Coming to that. To calculate net force, what we have to calculate net force. on a FBD. FBD means what? FBD. FBD stands free body diagram. Already we discussed those. Free body diagram. What you can say? FBD means free body diagram. What is the mean of free body diagram? What is the mean of free body diagram? Can you answer for that? See here, what I'm giving example to you, there are different situations I'm saying to you. A book lying on a table, a book lying on a table. I'm giving example one. This is a table. Imagine this is table and this is a book. What is this? Is book. This is a book and this is a table. A book lying on a table means what are the forces are acting on your body? One is what we can see. One force will be downside to the one force is downside is acting. One force is upside is acting. Means what are those is acting on your body? What forces are acting on your body? That we have to talk about. See, one is the normal force. One is normal force. One is a gravitational force. One is normal force. One is gravitational force. See here. One is normal force. One is gravitational force. What is a normal force? Normal force is a example for contact force. Normal force is an example for what you can say contact force. How it will be? See here, imagine if all are sitting in different situations on the table, on my or cot or chair, is it our floor? Imagine all are at a time disappeared. At a time, all are disappeared. What will happen? What will happen if all are disappeared? So we may fall into the down. Is it due to the support of where you are sitting? By that, what happened? It is comfortable to sit without falling to the downward. But why it is? Why we are unable to? Why we are unable to move along with the gravitational force? Why you are not falling under the gravitational force? Before we already discussed about gravitational force. Why? Because see, a force is being balanced into the gravitational force. A force is being balanced into the gravitational force. The force is being balanced into the gravitational force, which is acting, a force which is acting perpendicular to the surface of an object. What I'm saying? The force which is acting perpendicular to the surface of an object is being balanced into the gravitational force to avoid the falling down. How much gravitational force is acting on a body, that much normal force is acting on a body. This is a normal force and weight of the gravity means gravitational force. Understand? Here, two type of forces are acting on a body. What I'm saying here, see one more we can talk about. A body is moving on a road. A body is, or otherwise, a vehicle is moving on a road. By this direction it is moving. Then what are the forces are present on that? So one is applied force is acting on a body, and one is opposite force is acting on a body. One is normal force is perpendicular to the surface of an object to being balanced into the gravitational force. To being balanced into the gravitational force. So at a time, see, in this situation, when the body is at rest, there are two forces are acting, and the body is moving, four forces are acting. When a body is at inclined surface, when a body is at a inclined surface, already we finished this lesson. We are making revise to you to practice to prepare our online test. Okay, we already finished this lesson. So in our previous class. Coming to that inclined surface. So when a body is moving on the surface of inclined, the body is moving towards the downward. See, applied force is acting downwards, opposite force is acting upwards, and what happens here is moving. Motion is this is moving by this direction towards the downward. And the weight of the gravity is acting perpendicular to downwards, and what we can say here, normal force is acting perpendicular to the surface of an object. So in among the whole bodies, how many forces are acting? Two or more than two. So we can say here, if number of forces are acting on a body, or two or more forces are acting on a body at a time, on a single body, what we can say, two or more forces are acting on a single body at a time, the body we can consider as a free body diagram. The body which shows two or more forces, when two or more forces are acting on a single body at a time, that body we can consider as a free body diagram. When two or more forces are acting on a body, that body we can consider as a free body diagram. Understand? On that free body diagram, we are going to calculate the net force. What you are going to talk about? Calculating net force. Okay? Let's calculate that net force on a free body diagram. Coming to that. These are four free body diagrams. How many I given to you? Four free body diagrams. Now we are calculating the net force on a free body diagram. What we are calculating? Net force on a free body diagram. Like, can you see here? Free body means net force we are calculating on free body diagram. First, we have to recognize on each and every free body diagram how the arrow marks are present on the body. How the arrow marks are present on the body. Can you look once how the arrow marks in the first free body diagram? There are three arrow marks are present on the body. Means three forces are acting because force is measured by Newton. Already we calculated in our previous class and now what you are going classes. Okay, so here three forces are acting on a single body. Before we discussed about that, what is the free body diagram? We said the forces when two or more forces are acting on a single body at a time, then we can call that body is a free body diagram. Coming to that, three forces are acting on the single body. Then what is the direction of forces are acting on a free body diagram? See here, from left side, two arrow marks are moving towards the right side. See, arrow marks going towards the right side from left side. Two forces are acting towards the right from left side. And one force is acting from right side to the left side. Understand? So that's why what we have to, first we have to find total force on one single side. Okay? What we can say total force at left side. At left side. So from left side, 8 Newton plus 10 Newton. Total is a 18 Newton force is acting on a first body from left to right direction. And coming to that, total force, total force at right side, right side. How much? Only one is there. 12 Newton is acting from right side to left side on the first free body diagram. Now we are going to talk about net force is acting on a body. And one more, those two are in opposite direction. So net force is equal, applied force should be in maximum force. So 18 Newton is the maximum force, opposite force is at 12 Newton. So remain is difference of those 6 Newton force. So what we can say, 6 Newton force is acting excess. 6 Newton force is acting more. Means what we can say, the body, so the body will move from, which is excess from left to right, from left to right, from left to right with a 6 Newton force, with a 6 Newton force. Are you understand? With how much it is moving? 6 Newton force. With how much? 6 Newton force. The first body will move from left direction to the right direction with how much excess force? 6 Newton force. Understand? 6 Newton force is the resultant force or net force is acting on the first free body diagram. Same as for this question, what we can say here, same as there is only one, means two forces are acting on the second free body diagram. Those two arrow marks are in opposite direction. So that's why what we can say here, net force is acting on a body is equal, both are same, so that's why, but in opposite direction. So 8 Newton minus 8 Newton. So 0 Newton is acting on the body. What we can say, the body is at rest. The body is at rest because what happened? Because that applied force and what are opposite force are both same in opposite direction. So that's the net force is a 0. Net force what happens? 0. Okay. See that what I'm saying to you, how to calculate the net force on a ball. And coming to the third one, can you calculate those two? How to find the net force on those two bodies? Then what is the direction to moving of a body? Okay, then do that homework for you. Note down that. Finish. Yeah, coming to the students. Yeah, students. When force is acting on a body, what that body can change? Let's we talk about that. See here. Force is push or pull when external cause which changes the tense or change the state of rest of motion. Means force can change. What changes? What changes can be produced by a force. So what changes can be produced by a force? To talk about that, there is a different type of force can change. Force can change the shape of an object, the shape of an object. What we can say, force can change the force can change the speed of an object. And coming to that, force can change the direction of an object. And coming to that, force can change the state of an object. What I'm saying to you, force can change what? Shape of an object, speed of an object, direction of an object, and state of an object. What changes can be produced by a force? Force, when external force starts to change of an object, shape, speed, direction, state. And also we can write size also. What we can write? Size. Force can change the size of an object. How like the force can change such a type of shape, speed, direction, and state. Let's we talk about what shape of an object. What we can talk about shape of an object. What we can talk about, let's we talk about, see, this is a sponge. Is it this sponge? What is that first statement? Force can change the shape of an object. What is the shape of sponge? A sponge shape is generally we can say rectangular or cuboid shape. What is the shape? Cuboid shape. A fixed shape. When we compressed, when we stretched, what happened? When we contract the sponge, what happened to this? When we are, see, when you hold the sponge duster, when you hold a sponge duster, how like see once how the duster becomes? Is it or not? Before the shape of sponge, this is now the shape of sponge is how like it is changed. By applying force on a sponge, the sponge is changed its shape. Is it or not? By acting external force is acting on When external force is acting on a body, the body is changing its shape. When you are making roti or chapati, when you are applying force with help of roti stick, with help of roti stick on the piece of dough. Dough in the spherical shape, after applying force with the help of roti stick or roller on the dough, it makes a flattened shape, circular or what is the geometrical shape. Is it the shape of an dough is changing? The shape of dough is changing by applying force with help of roti stick. When external force causes to change the shape of an object, the external force causes to change the shape of an object. When we apply force on any object, that object can change what shape of an object. What we can say, shape of an object. And coming to that, one more thing what we can say, force can change the speed of an object. How? How speed can change? Is it or not? Coming to talk about our real life situation. When you are riding your bicycle, of course, we have much interest to ride your bicycle. Is it? When you are riding your bicycle, we are moving slowly by pedaling. Suddenly you start to move fast. What happens? We may pedaling more by applying more force on the pedal. By that, what happens? The bicycle will move very fast. Before the body is moving in motion with low speed, when you applied more force on the body, what happens? The body changes speed from slow to fast. When the body is moving, when bicycle is moving, suddenly thought to stop the bicycle by applying brake. The force is acting on the moving of a bicycle. By that, what happens? The bicycle decreases speed. The bicycle decreases speed and finally comes to the rest. See, when we are applying force on any object, when you applied force on the bicycle, it changed speed to increase or decrease. To increase or decrease. To move faster or to move slow, we are using force to stop. We are using force to apply on the body. When we applied force on the bicycle, it changed speed. When you applied excess force, when you pedal more, the body moving faster than to the action before speed. When we start to stop the bicycle, we were applying brake. By applying brake, the force is acting opposite direction to the motion of the body. By that, the body is decreasing its speed, finally it comes to the rest. So by that, what we can say, force can change the speed of an object. Force can change the speed of an object. Is it or not? Of course. Yeah. Force can change the direction of an object. Force can change the direction of an object. How like? How direction can change? How like? Direction can change. Can you think? Imagine when caroms are in a board, a whole are in rest. Is it or not? When you apply force with help of striker to the carom, what happens? The caroms will hit each and everything and hit it to the side of wall of carom board. By that, hitting it to each other or otherwise to the side of walls of carom board, the caroms will change its direction. The caroms will change its direction. See here what I'm saying. Force by applying on the carom with help of striker, it changes direction. When a bowler throw a ball towards the batsman, when a bowler throw a ball towards the batsman hit the ball with help of bat in different direction. See, before the ball is coming towards the batsman, okay, he is applying force with help of bat on the ball to change the direction. By applying force with help of bat on the moving ball, it changes the direction. When applied force is acting on a body, the ball is changing direction, the body is changing direction. When you throw a ball towards the wall, the ball comes back by bouncing back. Means before it went in the opposite direction to the ball, then it come in opposite direction of a moving bar. Means by applying force, by force exerting by a wall on the ball, it changes direction then to the actual. Means what we can compare by those all examples, when force is acting on a body, the body can change its direction. The body can change its direction. Understand? When external force is acting on a body, the body changes direction, speed, and shape of an object. Is it or not? Then force can change the state of an object. Force can change the state of an object. State we can say one is rest, one is in motion. One is in rest, one is in motion. What about that rest and motion? We already discussed in that. The body which does not change its position with respect to the surroundings in a given interval of time, then we can say that body in rest. The body which is said to be in motion, the body which is said to be in motion, that body can change its position with respect to the surroundings in a given interval of time. Suppose when you are applying force on the rest of the body, when you apply force on the rest of the body, what happens? The body comes to the motion from rest. A book lying on a table, when you push that gently, what happens? The book comes to the motion from rest. When we apply force on the rest of the body, the body can change its state from rest to motion. Are you understand? Are you clear about that? A ball is at rest in a ground. When you kick that football or when you kick that ball, the ball changes state from rest to motion. When you hit caroms with help of striker which are at rest, the caroms will come to the motion from rest by getting force with help of striker. When force is acting by striker on caroms changing its state from rest to motion. Means what we can say, when external force acting on the rest of the body can change its state from rest to motion. Same as what I'm saying, when we apply force on a moving body or motion of a body, the body is changing its state from motion to rest. How like when we are moving a bicycle, when we apply force, when we applied brakes on a moving bicycle, imagine what will happen. The bicycle will come to the rest by decreasing speed gradually. Is it or not? When force is acting opposite to the motion of a body, the body changes state from motion to rest. When fielder holds the ball catch, the ball comes to the rest from motion. When force is applied by a fielder on a moving body in opposite direction, the body comes to the rest from motion. Is it or not? Of course. What we can say here, when we applied force on a moving body, that moving body can change its state from motion to rest. Among that, what we can say, force can change it what type of, so shape of an object, speed of an object, direction of an object, state of an object. When external force starts to change the shape, size, speed, direction, state, and also size of an object. So let's make some different some of activities where we may observe in our day-to-day life the force changes such as those shape, speed, direction, and state. When we apply force on a body, the body can change shape, speed, direction, and state. Do you understand? See, look one. Yeah, coming to that. So the force can change the shape, speed, direction, state of an object. Then the change is temporary or permanent. Some of will be temporary, some of will be permanent. What we can say, the stretching or compressing the sponge is a what a temporary change. After relieving the force, it comes to the back. The stretching of spring or compressing the spring, it is a temporary change. Is it or not? Elasting the rubber band is a temporary change. Tearing the paper is a permanent change. By applying force on the tearing paper, it gives permanent change. Is it or not? By breaking the glass, what happens? It makes a piece of glass. So it is a permanent change. Is it or not? So here what I'm saying, there are two different types of permanent change and temporary change. The force can change, it's temporary and also permanent. Is it or not? And also there are balanced force and unbalanced force is there. Balanced force and unbalanced force. Balanced force and also unbalanced force. Balanced force, unbalanced force. What is those balanced force and unbalanced force? In that balanced force, the net force will be zero. Means the applied force and opposite force both are the same. The applied force and opposite force, the both are same. Then the body will be at rest. We may observe the balanced force in tug of war, a game in a tug of war, a game in a tug of war. How like we may identify the tug of war in that balanced force? Two teams are pulling a rope in opposite directions. See here, two teams. One is here. Three people are there. One at the A team, and B team also consists of three people, and they are pulling a rope. They are pulling a rope in either opposite direction. When the thread is not moving at anywhere, or any group is not moving to anywhere to other side, then we can say they are applying the same opposite force. They are applying same force in opposite direction. By that what happens? The force is balanced. That's why the body does not change its position. So it is in rest. Understand? So when the force is balanced, then the applied force and opposite force are balanced, then the body will be at rest. So no more net force is present on that. Then unbalanced force. Unbalanced force in that the two forces are not in same. In one of the force will be greater than to the other force. By that, the body will change its state from rest to motion. The net force will be present to change its state from rest to motion. Understand? These are balanced and unbalanced forces. Balanced and unbalanced forces. Or understand? Then one more we have to talk about pressure. What is the pressure? Do you observe what we can, a porter carrying a luggage on his head, Should you observe how he is carrying that luggage? By using first he is placing on his head, which is broad surface. And then after, which is having least surface, then after he may use least, means by decreasing surfaces, he may utilize to topwards. Means how, like, suppose this is a porter, what is this? This is the first luggage is broad, and second broad, and third broad, fourth broad. Such like you may use the luggage to carry on his head. Why? Because. And also we already discussed the camels are only suitable to ride in a desert. The horses are not suitable to ride in a desert. Is it or not? We already observed when we applied, means pinched, otherwise pressed with pen. or pencil at the back side, blunt side on our palm and the sharp side on our palm. There is a two difference. And we are using always a sharp side of edge, sharp edge of the knife to cut the vegetables and fruits, not at the blunt side, means back side of the knife. Thickness is more. Why? Because of, see here, carefully observe here. This is we are taking water. When you are applying force by using piston, the whole water will move downwards. Means how much force you are acting on that, the whole force will spread out on unit surface area. Means what we can say, the force is acting on unit surface area. What we can say, force is acting on a unit surface area. Unit surface area is nothing as pressure. Is nothing as pressure. Pressure is nothing what we can say. The force is acting on a unit surface area. So force is acting on unit surface area means pressure is equal force by area. Force is acting on unit surface area. Force is measured by Newton. Area is measured in SI system meter square. Newton per meter square or otherwise Newton meter or -2 or otherwise pressure is measured by Pascal. What is that? Pascal is a unit to measure the pressure. Understand? So pressure is what we can say inversely proportional to the area. Pressure is directly proportional to the force. So inversely proportional to the area means if the area is more, pressure will be less. That's why they're using more surface area to avoid the pressure. The camels are having broad surface foot. That's why they may apply less pressure to walk in a desert. We are using sharp edge because less surface area due to the more pressure to cut easily vegetables and fruits. So if the area is more, what happens? Pressure will be less. If the area is less, pressure is more. By that, it is inversely proportional to pressure. Area is inversely proportional to pressure. Okay. Tomorrow we'll talk in that. Tomorrow we'll talk some solutions on this lesson to make practice our online test. See you in the next class. Have a good day to you.